What's up, it's your boy Modern Ninja the Nerd, and welcome to the 15 days of Contentmas. Today is day 2. I'll be uploading every day until Christmas hits. Our goal is to hit 1K subscribers before this year is out, so please subscribe, hit that bell, and join the Ninja fam. Today's video will be my top 5 down female characters in anime, starting from 5 and going into my number 1. This may contain spoilers for Rising of the Shield Hero, Attack on Titan, ReZero, Future Diary, and Darling in the Franxx. If you ever wanted to watch any of these, like this video and come back later to watch it when you're all caught up. You have been warned. Now play my intro real quick.
The monsters. Hold on, wait a minute, let me get a KR rising when I'm ventilating, demonstrating, captivating, assimilating. When you niggas in the saying I'm the fucking best. Better get your best, nigga, color me impressed. Swear the streets blessed, all up in your chest. Kill you with my sword, guess I gotta clean my mess. The fact that you niggas see me playing, it's only natural, I'm super just saying.
So watching anime all this time, you get attached to certain characters, or in this case, female characters. The term waifu means you're attracted to a fictional female character. So if you've had a crush on any female anime character, that means at some point or another you've had a waifu. Now I'm not saying that creepy-ish where you actually think these characters are yours, or something extreme like buying the figure and talking to them. Anywho, over time, I've noticed that not all of these characters are built the same. Some female characters are just used for fan service. Some female characters I hate. Looking at you, Kozue. And some female characters I feel are done right. Today's video is my top 5 down females. This list is the dedicated women of anime that will fight tooth or nail for their man or woman. Coming in at number 5 is Raphtalia from Rising of the Shield Hero. Our favorite Tanuki demi-human started out as a slave that Naofumi bought. At first, I didn't think Raphtalia would be that important until I saw that she was by Naofumi's side no matter what. He's a shield hero, so technically he can't attack like that. So he trained Raphtalia to be his sword while he was the shield. Now, she's top 5 for me because she's incredibly loyal and reliable. When almost all of the world didn't trust a shield hero, and he was seen as just the worst hero ever, Raphtalia was always by his side no matter what. Many might argue it's because she was a slave, even though she technically is a slave and is bound to Naofumi. She doesn't mind. Naofumi treated her like a person. Not to mention, before she was a slave, the previous shield hero helped her village in the past. She looks up to Naofumi 1 because he's the shield hero, and 2 because she admires his strength and resilience. She has my number 5 spot for the most down female anime character. Now on to number 4. At this number 4 spot is Rem from ReZero. With Subaru being awkward and aloof, it's no surprise at first Rem and Ram could care less about this guy. He's stuck in constant loops and he gives off the smell of an evil witch that everyone fears. Though as time moved on, Rem developed a loving relationship for Subaru. She would do anything for bro, and that's why she's earned this spot. Now, in a few loops, I will say she is different than most on this list. I mean, she's an Oni for one, but like she can get pretty twisted. But I mean, a lot of us have a sweet and nice side followed by an ugly side, so I don't think it's that bad for real. Also, I'm trying not to give too much spoiler material just in case any of you actually want to watch the shows. I know I already gave a spoiler warning, but you know how some of you are. You don't care about the spoilers and you're like, oh man, I kind of want to watch this now. And then it's like, oh, I was kind of spoiled, so it kind of kills it. So I'm not trying to give you guys too much, but for this one, you know what I'm saying, I'm not trying to give you too much. Now, I personally think ReZero is a slept-on anime, but hey, you can be the judge. At our number 3 spot is our second favorite Ackerman, Mikasa from Attack on Titan. Now, if you finished Attack on Titan or you watched my video on how the last 2 episodes played out, you know Mikasa is hella loyal and reliable. For the entirety of the series, she has been Eren's protector and lover. She loved our boy and went manic whenever someone hurt or kidnapped him. And now that I'm thinking about it, that's happened a lot, ironically. Even when Eren himself said he hated Mikasa to her face, she still loved him, and not once hated him. She reflected and hated herself for not saying she loved him in the romantical way instead of the family way. which I do believe she fumbled that bag hard. I still think if she would have said that she loved him in a romantical way, I feel like they would have ditched everyone and lived on that farm, like how Mikasa and Eren wanted in their head and shit. But that's just my opinion. Mikasa only did what she did in the end because Eren literally gave her no choice. That is why she's at my number 3 spot. Now, my number 2 spot is 02 from Darling in the Franxx. Now, this show is beautiful. I stumbled upon this show in 2017 and my brain hasn't been the same since. This show has a great animation with a terrific story. Not only that, it tells a love story that's been done time and time again, but the way they execute this one gives a refreshing take to it. 02 is a Klaxo-Sapien hybrid. The Klaxosauruses are what they're essentially fighting in this show, and she's a hybrid between that and I believe a human. So another non-human on this list. Mikasa is the only human right now. I think I might have an issue, to be honest. Anywho, she is known as the partner killer. No one that pilots with her as an elite parasite lives past 3 rides. When our boy Hero did, she began to develop feelings for his tenacity. Though at the end of the day, her drive to become human led to her being more aggressive and animalistic, making these two drift apart a bit. Now, for this one, I will spoil a bit more because you guys have to understand where I'm coming from here. They eventually got back close because they realized that they've met before. As a child, 02 had red skin and didn't look too much like a human at all. She couldn't speak their language and was very aggressive. Hero read to her favorite book. He smiled at her and eventually helped her speak a bit and smile. Now, it didn't happen before our very eyes, but like you can tell she's starting to understand as he's reading the book and whatnot. Now, get this. 02 was hurt, and Hero licked the blood on her knee. Seeing as in the book, the prince proposed to the princess in the same manner that Hero was on a knee licking her knee, she thought Hero was doing the same. So after he explained it to her, he said that after they both escape, they both could get married. And she cried and hugged him, saying as she thought marriage was a beautiful thing after he explained it to her. And now she's thinking that she can have something beautiful in her life as well. Like that's touching right there. It's even as a kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's being treated horribly in terrible conditions. Like, she has a shackle to her ankle, for crying out loud, and they're just experimenting on her. So like, even at that young age, she understood, like, wow, this person cares for me. This person wants to do this with me, this, that, and the other. And she cried because she wanted that love, you know? And it made me feel something. I'm not gonna lie. You can call me a sap, soft, what have you, or whatnot. It made me feel something. And I'm not gonna lie to you. This is what makes this show pretty great. Anywho, long story short, the adults caught them and erased both of their memories, to which now they remember. Like, after they drifted apart, they remembered and they came back together. And man, after I make this video, I'm gonna watch it again. It's a really great watch, guys. Anyway, moving on, because I know I'm just kind of sticking on this one subject. Before I hit you guys with that number 1 spot, we have an honorable mention. She did not make my list at all. Even though I make a top 20, she isn't up there either, to be real. Though I will say Chi-Chi is a down female anime character. She's been dealing with Goku's bullshit for years and not once wavered. She took care of both of his kids when Goku was dead and continues to try and push education on them so they aren't as stupid as Goku. So I had to show her some love. Now, anyway, moving on to the number 1 spot. Numero uno is Yuno Gasai from Future Diary. Alright, so picture this. Imagine your imaginary friend that you speak to reveals himself to be God, and all of a sudden you find out that he's about to die. So in order to find a replacement, God places you in a death game with these phones that give you a certain edge. In your case, your phone tells you what could happen in the future, hence the name of the show, Future Diary. Yuno is one of these players, along with Yuki. Yuki is not a tough guy whatsoever, and quickly he finds out that Yuno is quite tough, but she's also a few crayons short of a toolbox. She's unhinged, though she loves Yuki and says it so much. Hell, when she first met him, she says it, and that, I'm pretty sure, like, that would give anybody creeper vibes. She'll kill for him, and has. The reason she is in our #1 spot is because, well, she's God, technically. She is a Yuno from another universe that has won these games, and is only here again because she wants to spend the last days of Earth with Yuki again. She has traveled to a different universe to where these God games are going on, killed herself, her regular self, to take her spot and play these games with Yuki again. She's already won, but she's been going through this cycle after cycle because she loves Yuki that much. Because I guess the God power, I think I remember that her God powers are limited, so she can't really make anything that pops in her head. So she wants to play with Yuki and spend that time with Yuki the whole entire time, and like, it gets deeper than that. I'm not going to give you guys any more than that, but oh my god, it is a great show. She loves him that much. And yes, she may be crazier than Kanye after Kim broke up with him, but she is the most down female anime character in my eyes. I can't see anyone topping her right now. Though as time goes on, this list can change. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I lost my notebook that had this idea in it originally, so I'm sure I messed this list up a bit. Though I do know that the first two, Yuno Gasai and 02 are my top 2 for sure. The other ones I kind of like guessed at because, again, I cannot find this notebook to save my life. So, hey, I might do an updated version of this with my actual entries instead of coming up with something on the fly. But yeah, so this is the end of the video. If you guys appreciate content like this, hit that subscribe button and tap that bell so you can feel my energy whenever I upload. We are trying to hit 1K before the end of this year, so please join the Ninja fam. I'ma continue this Contentmas and upload every day until that fat man delivers your gifts, so stay tuned. It has been your boy Modern Ninja the Nerd. See you in the next arc.